Welcome to Fiber Friday. Today I'll be making a woven pillow cover like this one on my peg loom. First I have to measure the strings that I will use for my warp. I need to make them long enough to fold the pillow cover in half. First I weave in about 4 inches of strips of rag. This gives the pillowcase a nice firm edge to push up against. Today I'll be using some of my Clun Forest wool that I have dyed orange and avocado green. I'll also be using some of my Black Welsh Mountain. I start with the black. I want to weave about 6 inches of black before I start on the colored strips. This will put the color strips at the top of one side of the pillow. Once I've got the black woven, I remove the pegs and push the black down to where the rags are at the bottom of the warp. Now it's time to add the color. I'll start with orange and then I'll do a green stripe and then another orange stripe, and that will be the top of the front of the pillow. Time to remove the pegs again and push my work down to the bottom of the warp. Now I'm adding my final strip of orange, and then I'll go back to black for the rest of the pillow. I need to push the weave down the warp and pack it tightly against the rags so that none of the warp strings are showing. I'm finishing off the pillowcase with some beautiful black roving from my Black Welsh Mountain sheep, and then it'll be time to pull the pillowcase off of the loom. I do a little bit of final tightening to make sure everything is good and tight and there are no warp strings showing in any of the pillowcase. Before I remove the pillowcase from the loom, I want to do one final measure to make sure that I got enough length to fold over the 12-inch pillow form. After making sure the weave is good and tight, I tie off the strings on both ends to keep it all together. Measuring one last time just to make sure, and then we're all done and ready for the pillow form.